I'm Aubrey, and this is Nicholas, and we've spent the last 4 years living and breathing van life. We've built 3 vans, driven to 14 countries, and made every mistake you can make so you don't have to. Over the course of our travels, we met many people finding creative ways to get out on the road, and now we're on the lookout for great ideas for our own next build. Today, we're meeting up with Raya and Louis, who live in their beautiful bus home. Come on in.
Welcome to the Happiness Bus. Today we wanted to bring you a tour of this beautiful bus, aka the Happiness Bus. These are the dwellers of the bus, Louis and Raya.
We've been documenting our travels on the bus. We're new to bus life, but we've been documenting them on Raya and Louis on our YouTube channel.
We've been traveling for years, but we recently moved into the bus, and yeah, come on in. Let's go check it out.
All aboard! Come in.
All right, you want to show us the front of the bus? Give us a tour of the instruments
This is
here.
my control deck. I don't know what half these buttons do, to be honest. Yeah, it's old. It's 96 international manual lever for the door. I think the newer buses have like air opening doors, like pneumatic.
Right.
One thing I have got an issue with is my indicators. What do you call them in America? Blinkers.
Oh, yeah.
The fuse keeps them going, so I bought this fuse that I can trip.
Right.
So if I'm in the middle of driving and the blinkers stop working, I just have to push this little button and it re-trips the fuse, and then I can use them again. And I need to figure out where in the wiring there's issues, but I just haven't got around to that yet. So.
What's up here above in the little cabinet?
Oh, that's just random stuff that I keep. This is I've been getting sunburnt, so it's my little sun cream. I don't know, there's nothing up there right now. Toilet paper, you know.
Snacks for the drive.
Snacks for the drive.
Right.
This is like the living area, huh?
Yeah, this is definitely where we spend most of our time.
Yeah.
So we've got a couch. It's actually really comfortable. This is where I sit while Louis is driving, and this pulls out into a bed, which you guys should definitely come out, come stay with us. Like, how cool that we basically have a guest room.
That
on
is
our
so
bus.
cool, yeah.
And then underneath we have our camera storage. Actually, like half of it, we have too much. We're trying to figure out where to put it. But yeah, this is the living space, and then on this side is our office, dining room, hangout, or everything room, basically.
So you just get a lot of living time
Definitely.
in here.
Yeah, this space is like where most of our time is spent. We edit all our videos here, eat our meals, everything, and this table does fold down.
Right.
It folds all the way down. So when you pull the bed out, then it's just a lot more space. We can do yoga. I've got some weights. We can like do workouts here, and
this is already such a big space, and like you have so much seating area and so much like space to do things, but then to have it like convert and have so much storage and everything, that's really awesome.
Yeah.
So today for our ad, we are camping because we wanted an excuse to camp.
Right. No, that's literally it.
We're camping to celebrate this guy's birthday.
What? Hey.
That's my brother.
The brother in the back.
Because it's his birthday, we decided, we got to camp with an ice cream cake.
Right.
So today we're partnering with Iceco. Iceco sent us their latest fridge freezer to try out, and we absolutely loved it.
So we're gonna see. Get it, do the job. The big reveal. Oh.
Yes. She looks
unbury all the lunch.
in there. There we go. Don't punch
Well, I'm not gonna lie. There was definitely a can on the top.
There's ice on top.
But
is
on
she frozen?
In the frozen department that is. Yes, she's absolutely frozen.
Since we aren't in our van full time anymore, we're going camping a lot more, but we still want some of those nicer aspects of van life, like a fridge or freezer. So we are thrilled to try out this Iceco fridge. This guy is super versatile since it can work as a freezer, fridge, and a cooler. It can also be plugged in the car in a 12-volt plug, or also just in a normal outlet. Literally, we brought this fridge everywhere with us because the wheels are beefy and it took on the Texas terrain like nobody's business. Plus, since you might find water inside if you use it as a cooler without electricity, you can easily drain out the water from the side, which we found to be way easier to use than most of the other fridge freezers from the other brands that we've tried. If you go camping a lot and want to level up your campsites, IceCo is the way to go. Click the link in our bio to learn more.
How did you end up with this bus and like what prompted you?
Yeah, this bus has a story.
Yeah.
So for those that don't know, this is the Expedition Happiness Bus. There's a documentary on Netflix. Our friends Felix and Mowgli bought this bus, renovated it, and drove it from Alaska down to Mexico. Originally, I think they were planning to go down to Argentina, but it's a cool documentary. But then they raffled it to their audience back in 2017, 16?
I think it was right around then. Yeah.
And
no way, it was 16. Was it that long ago?
Yeah, it
was
pretty early
Wow.
on.
It was probably end of 2016, probably December 2016.
Wow.
So I think that I think beginning of 2017, I was in Berlin and met up with Felix, and I was like, "Oh, bro, I love that bus," because we'd like visited them in Mexico. We met up at the end of their trip, and
so you'd seen the bus already.
Yeah, we'd already seen it. I'd already did a tour on my YouTube channel. I was like, "Oh my gosh, this is sick."
Already it's so rad.
Yeah.
And then I said to him, I was like, "Oh, what happened to the bus?" Because I would have definitely bought that bus. And he's like, "Oh, the guy who won the raffle, he's in Mexico, and he wants to sell it."
Yeah.
So I immediately reached out to him. I was like, "Bro, I'm coming to Mexico. Sell me the bus."
Yeah.
We managed to negotiate, and then I flew down with 3 friends, and we did this epic road trip up from Mexico.
Jeez.
And it was very impulsive.
Yeah.
Like I didn't really plan. We weren't planning to live in it.
Even the purchase of the bus and everything.
Yeah, we weren't planning to live in it at the time, but I was just like, I even got to LA, and I was like, "Oh,
what do I do with this bus?"
Yeah, where do I leave it? Like I was flying out the next day.
Yeah.
So one of
oh no, I have a 50-foot bus.
Yeah.
So one of my friends
In
was
LA.
living in his van in Venice, and I was like, "Hey, bro, do you want to upgrade?
Oh shit!
And do you want to look after my bus?" And he ended up living in it for 2 years.
Okay.
That is hilarious.
So that was 2 years.
It's a pretty good trade, man. Everybody wins.
Oh, he loved it, yeah. And then we were coming to the end of our lease in Venice with our community house, which was amazing, great chapter of our lives. But it was like, okay, we really are yearning for travel again. We haven't traveled, obviously. A lot of people haven't.
We just bought land in Costa Rica where we're going to be building a house.
Amazing.
So that, most of our money went there, and we were paying so much on rent that we were like, do we get another year lease? Especially if we're moving to Costa Rica soon. So it kind of just aligned perfectly.
Right.
And then out of the blue, Raya was like, let's move, because I was like, I want to rescue the bus and get it off that land that I had it on. And then we were like thinking about winding down the lease, like what do we do next? And then I can't even remember how, we can't remember who suggested it. I mean, it was Raya that suggested it, but we can't really remember the conversation.
We're always the same way. We can't remember who did it. Next the idea is there, you're like, that's a good idea.
We were like, we're moving on to the bus, we're leaving LA.
It wasn't months of thought. It was like, should we do it? Yeah, alright.
I totally understand. You feel in your gut, you're like, that's a good idea, let's go.
So the plan is we left the beginning of last month, or we left kind of a month ago basically.
Yeah, a month and a half,
and we want to drive around the US and then eventually down to Costa Rica with the bus, park up on our land and have it as like a tiny home that's more
and then retire.
And then retire.
Enjoy every minute of the rest
grow our own food.
That's right.
Start a family. All that.
Yeah.
That's
amazing.
Moving on to the kitchen.
Yeah, this is definitely my favorite space. This is all repurposed pallet wood, and then these are just beautiful, beautiful counters.
I really do love the details in here. Like it feels like so homey. Also, I really love the lights. Like there's just some really cool personality industrial details in here.
Yeah, I think shout out to Felix and Mowgli, who are the couple who originally decked it out. I think we've got to give them a little shout out because they did a great job.
Whose domain is the kitchen? Who's usually chilling there?
Definitely me. Well, Louis actually can't stand up in the bus if you want to show.
This is the only place I can stand up.
Right.
But to hatch.
To be fair, I am almost 6'5", so most people can stand up in here. Which is why we didn't bother doing a roof raise, because that would have just been
in an already kind
a bit overkill.
Right. That's the best excuse for copping out of chores I've ever heard. I can't stand up straight, so.
Does he use that excuse a lot?
Well, I I love cooking anyway.
Okay.
This is the thing. I don't have my driving license,
Yeah.
so Louis
Oh,
is
wow.
our driver.
Okay.
So I've said
Yeah,
I'll
we didn't
clean.
tell you that yet.
Oh,
Right. So you stay behind the wheel pretty
so
hard,
Louis
huh?
drives, and then I clean and cook. That's kind of our...
That's a good agreement.
Yeah, except
Yeah.
he cleans the toilet. That's his one.
Yeah,
Right,
as you should,
right.
as you should. So can you tell me, like, show me around the kitchen where...
I mean, honestly, there's so much space. Like, this oven is obviously huge. Currently, it's not working, but we're
bummer.
figuring that out. But we have 4 burners up here, so more than enough space to cook.
Yeah, no, this is like a
Tons of
normal
storage space.
kitchen in a house, basically.
Yeah, for sure. Toaster, we have a whole like coffee tea station. We make our smoothies up here.
Yeah.
Tons of space. This is literally all smoothie stuff.
Yeah,
So you know we're vegans.
Yeah.
We have like
You know,
we
a
go-
vegan
You have the
butter,
smoothie
protein
roller,
powder.
right.
So many superfoods.
Yeah.
The only time we get in each other's way in the kitchen, I think, is in the morning when we're both making smoothies.
Right.
And that's like, because we both get up most days at the same time, and then we're like, hey, I'm making my smoothie. No,
Right,
wait, I'm
right,
not."
right,
So
right,
we're still
right,
trying
right.
to find the like routine.
You gotta throw a few elbows and clear the space.
Do you
basically.
guys find that you're like bumping into each other a lot in the small space, or are you
really.
figuring it out?
Only
Yeah.
when we're making smoothies.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Pretty much
The
only
smoothie.
So I'm a bit of a coffee addict, but my approach to limit my coffee intake is having to hand grind my beans, and it takes like 5 minutes every day. I like pour the beans in, I have to grind them, so it's like I'm really working for that cup of coffee. And then I've got my little AeroPress, and I kind of like hand press the coffee down. But that's my little ritual. That's like my morning ritual. I make my smoothie and I make my coffee and then I sit down.
It's such a good ritual in on the road. Like we made our coffees with our AeroPress as well, and it does take time and it kind of slows you down, but it like fits the lifestyle. You know? Yeah.
It paces you, so you're not doing this
Yeah.
5 cups a day business, right?
Exactly.
After chatting to you all night about living in your van, I'm like, wow, we have so much space.
This right here is more space than we had in our van.
Literally, much more.
Yeah. Definitely one of the luxuries in here is we have hot water.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Which is amazing. And we just upgraded our water tank from 40 to 125, is it? Gallons, yeah. So it's more than enough to, we have a shower in here as well, which you'll see in a second. So showering, washing dishes, everything is perfect.
Luxury.
And then up here, this is our little like bathroom cabinet. So this converts into the bathroom and at night, and we do our I do my skincare and everything up here. This is our fridge. You can see this is how we keep it close.
Yeah, you're in the
especially
bungee
when
cord
we're
fam.
driving.
Yeah, I love it.
But we just came from living with 15 other people in LA, so we used to have like a tiny shelf in a fridge. So this is tons of space for us. Like it's just overflowing with stuff.
Yeah, incredible.
So, and then we've started collecting little magnets from everywhere we go.
Good.
Yeah, it just feels like we're trying to like make this more and more feel like home.
Totally. I appreciate that you already have your Texas magnet.
Yeah.
You haven't even been here for that long and yet
exactly.
it's already there.
I think it was the first thing we did when we arrived.
Good, as you should. Yeah, rep the Texas.
I think the biggest thing for tiny living is just freedom.
Yeah.
Financial freedom. We went from paying $5,000 a month to nothing. We're paying like, I mean, gas.
Different
right,
world.
no,
You're not paying rent anymore.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So there's
And we're
so many.
intentionally staying in mostly in free spots,
Yeah.
like free campgrounds and everything like. And occasionally we'll do an RV park, but it's like so low.
Genuinely
cost.
sustainable
Oh,
living.
yeah.
For sure.
It's so beautiful that like living with limitations, choosing to that actually provides you way more freedom.
Oh yeah.
It's really cool.
You're working with a massive vehicle here,
Huge.
and like even driving here, I was like, damn, we're driving with the bus. Like they're picking up speed. So like compared to other vehicles you have the VW.
Yeah.
What's this like driving a tank around?
It takes
Pros and cons.
it takes a bit of getting used to. It's like the big ones for me is like checking all the low bridge signs.
Yeah.
We went through one the other day and it felt like we were like almost touching.
You hear little clips on the
Brushing it.
And you also see on the low bridges where they've been hit.
Yeah.
You can always see chunks out of them. And you're like, whoa, like someone's hit this.
Yeah.
And then it's taking corners really wide because this is almost 50 foot long. So it's like taking the corners wide so you're not like mounting the curb or like hitting a parked vehicle. It's like you just got to get used to, and then you're not like driving like you drive a smaller, faster vehicle because it's just slower, like longer time to brake.
Right.
And then parking, obviously.
Parking's a nightmare.
Much harder,
We were in Denver in Colorado and we were hunting like cool vegan restaurants, and then we found one and we were like, there was no parking anywhere.
Yeah.
And I had to like drive around for 15 minutes to find somewhere that
exactly.
still wasn't like, I wasn't supposed to park there. I was like, the good thing is you're not going to get this towed.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. It's more expensive to tow it than the ticket to
And I was
that.
saying, because we're not paying rent, sometimes it's like, just park it somewhere, we'll
Yep.
get a ticket, whatever.
Yep.
Like, that's
Yep.
our rent for the night, you know?
Yeah, for the
Yeah.
night. I mean,
Yeah.
if you break down LA rent per day,
Yeah.
you could get a ticket every night.
Yeah.
Exactly. This was one of the first things we put up. A lot of the photos and artwork and stuff wasn't ours, so we're like swapping it out. But putting this up just automatically made us feel like home. This is
Totally,
our
it's
last
yours
bedroom.
now.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
us. This is a picture of us in Bali, and we traveled the world full time for 4 years, so we have a lot of amazing photos. And and then we have a little bit of extra storage up here. They put storage everywhere. So this is our like toilet paper and like medical kit and all that stuff is up there. And then this is probably the best part in here.
Show it off. Let's go.
Okay, definitely the biggest luxury, living in a bus. We have a full shower.
Incredible.
Absolutely crazy. Oh my god. And that's a shower, not even with the toilet. That's literally a full
Yeah,
shower.
just a shower. And we do have to sit down to wash our hair, but I mean,
Suffering in there,
yeah,
sitting
exactly.
down in your shower.
Especially with the hot water, like a
Yep.
different view every time we shower.
I actually think sitting down and showering is more enjoyable than standing up.
Yeah, is it?
Interesting. It's like where like taking a bath and showering meets.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because
I
I'm a
kinda love that.
I'm a bath person. We realised
Yeah,
this.
yeah. I
Raya's
love
a shower
that.
person. I'm a
Definitely.
bath person. This is the in
The
between.
first
Yeah, I love
time
that.
Louis showered in here, he was like, I've never washed my feet before.
Right.
Been close enough to scrub them. Probably problematic, but
Right,
Yeah, because when you're in a
right.
stand-up shower, you're not like down here like washing your face.
Yeah.
You're just like
Yeah.
scrubbing, right?
Well,
I mean, I do wash
Yeah,
my feet
exactly.
Oh, okay,
standing
okay.
up, but
yeah. You're just a psycho, dude. You just figured that out.
I let the soap run over them, but I'm not like scrubbing them whilst I'm standing up. I'm the toilet conductor.
The toilet boy, you might
toilet
say.
guy. So we have a composting toilet. I'll sit in so you can come and have a look. It's very small because the toilet was built on top of the wheel arch, so literally I can't even sit up straight. But it's all the room you need.
You can hunch over your phone in there, though.
Exactly, that's all you need. These toilets have like a little lever typically that you like mix up the compost and the poo. But we took that out. Our friends suggested we put a bag in to like catch everything. It's so much easier just
A
to
compostable bag.
Exactly, it's so much easier just to like clean that out
Right.
every week or whatever.
yeah.
We've got a mixture here of coconut husk and cedar wood chips, which
Right.
just smell incredible.
Smells pretty good.
Oh, it
give
does
this-
smell
Doesn't that smell great?
amazing. Yeah.
Delicious.
We like took a while to be like, we'd avoid using it at all
Yeah,
costs.
yeah, yeah.
And then we were just like, we're gonna be in here for months, if not a year, so let's just get used to it.
Get
and it's
comfy
been
with
fine,
it,
honestly.
yeah.
It's been
Break the
yeah.
seal.
Yeah.
it's been
Exactly.
fine. And then we have or keep the window cracked as well, just to.
Just
It also, these ones actually come with ventilation, so there's a
Right.
pipe that vents. There's a little fan, and it vents all the air out down under the bus.
Yeah.
if you ever need your alone time in a space like this,
Yeah.
it's
Oh,
just
yeah.
a little
Bye.
smell you later in there.
And there's even a latch, you know, I guess.
Oh, that's a lot of power.
If
Holy
he's really
smokes.
misbehaving here, you can just lock
You
him
just
up.
cage the boy up.
Punishment.
Time out.
Into the box.
Go and sit in the toilet. Think about what you've done. Welcome to the bedroom.
A
Yeah.
whole room for a bed. Can you imagine?
And we're experiencing right now the first amazing aspect of this room, the
Yeah.
cross breeze.
Yes, it's
Yeah.
really nice.
That is one thing that's really nice about a bus, huh? Like you have all these windows that are really easy to open and close.
Yeah. In the
it's
front,
amazing.
you were saying like the curtains we decided not to put
yeah.
back because you don't really need as much privacy.
Right.
Well, we don't anyway. But back here it's nice because you can really just shut yourself off and just it's like a cozy little private area at the back. Well, we were like living nomadically for years, daily vlogging for a long time, and then very, very recently we moved in full time into the bus.
Right.
Even though we've done a little bit of road tripping and
Right.
kind of occasionally staying on here, this is the first time we're really diving into the van life, bus life
We're on
world.
wheels, yeah.
So there's a lot to learn and we're excited.
Absolutely.
So what do you guys think of it so far? Like going from like fast-paced travel, living out of a
Yeah.
backpack kind of thing, this is obviously so different.
Oh yeah.
So,
How's
yeah.
how's the vibe over here?
I love it.
Yeah.
It's because we were like on a flight every week, different country, and it was amazing. amazing, but this feels like
It's exhausting.
this is like more gradual, you know, and like even driving from California to here, we've like seen the nature change gradually, and I think that's really cool to see versus just like flying to New York, flying to London, you know. So it's a really different.
You kind of
way
feel
to
like
travel.
you're like part of it in a sense. You're on the
Yeah.
ground, really feeling it. Yeah, definitely.
And there's something cool as well about like understanding the limitations of like what resources we need, whether it's like powering the bus or we just upgraded our water tank, and it's like actually getting more in tune with like what we're using.
Right.
And I feel like when you've got all the comforts of like a house, you're just like using it, not thinking about
Just
it. And
turn
we've
the
got like
AC on,
yeah,
turn
we've
the
got
water on.
so we've got to think about like I think the main things is power, obviously food and drink, water, and then like internet. It's like all these things where you kind of take for granted, but it's nice feeling so connected with what we use and understanding like okay, how can we live more sustainably, lower energy.
You feel like almost like every toe of your footprint when you're living like this, you know?
you feel it.
Any sort of impact. You're like, even trash, you know what I mean? Where you just like throw it into a trash can. It's like, well, where did all that trash just go? I don't know. You start considering the whole.
And on that note, because it's a big engine, and obviously we're burning a lot of fossil fuels right now to travel around, which I'm very aware of, and because we're aiming for a more sustainable life, it is one of those things where it's like, should we be driving around a huge vehicle? But the good thing is, and this is the intention, is like we're going to convert to use veggie oil,
Right.
which although it's not perfect, it's still putting carbon into the atmosphere. It's only putting carbon that's part of the existing carbon cycle, because it's basically burning.
It's not like adding carbon.
Yeah, it's burning plants that are already absorbing carbon from the environment, and then you're releasing back around. Whereas burning fossil fuels is releasing new carbon into the cycle.
And tell me if I'm wrong, but this is currently a waste product completely that you're turning into. Very different than pumping something for a resource rather than repurposing. It's like what you're doing with this bus. It's sustainability and reuse into every aspect. Right? This lifestyle is about progressive, kind of like we were talking about with veganism, progressive steps of living more sustainably, understanding our earth better little bit by bit, right? So it's like,
and being open to be educated, understand. Okay, well, let's slightly adjust this. This is going to take a few steps to get in this right direction.
That's right. Because trust me, none of us want to be burning up diesel or even veg oil. I mean, like in an ideal world, none of this is happening, right? But like we can inch forward, dive into the lifestyle, and then you move forward as you're in it, right?
But I love what we were just saying about like this lifestyle promotes conscious consumption. So even like everything you buy, like when you have such a limited space, you can't just like go to Forever 21 and buy a bunch of, you know, fast fashion clothes. Like you have to be really conscious about every single thing you bring in. We honestly didn't even have to downsize our closet so much. We don't have that much anyway, but we have this big space to hang everything we need.
Huge space. That's like more clothes than we have, basically.
And then in here, this is our water heater. So that helps give us hot showers. And then just above the bed, one of the best luxuries again, we have a TV.
Oh my gosh.
Incredible. Got the Roku and everything.
So this is after a hard day traveling.
What is a hard day traveling itself? Right,
It's not hard.
Yeah.
I feel like we do have a little internet box which gives us a 100 gig hotspot a month, which has actually been okay. I was worried it wouldn't be enough, but just relaxing
Is
at
it
night.
pretty reliable?
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a few little dead spots, but we've also
We'll show you.
we've kind of even forgot that we were in a bus. Like sometimes we just laying in bed watching movies and like, oh yeah, and like we're just in the middle of the desert or
No, it really feels like a home so much. And then this is a queen bed?
So we did downsize from a king to a queen, but honestly, it's totally fine. We just cuddle more, which is fine. And then show you a few more things. We have some more storage back here. This is like journals, skincare stuff. We got some books, and again, because we traveled full time all around the world in just carry-on, so this, like, to have books, I haven't been able to have physical books in years. So it's like so exciting to have all this stuff.
The other night it was like an incredible starry night, and we just popped our little hatch here in the roof.
Wow.
And we just laid out under the stars and just like watched the night sky. And
from your house?
Yeah, from our house. It was absolutely unbelievable. So yeah, this is actually also my favourite exit to the rooftop, which you've got to come check out.
Boom.
Welcome to the roof deck.
We're halfway through, what, a 30-foot deck you've got on top of this thing?
30 feet. It's the latest addition to the build. So basically a lot of the interior was already done, but this was like my dream. I was like, before we set off, we have to get a roof rack and build a deck.
Right.
And then I was like, well, if we're gonna build a deck, let's just build the full length.
Of course.
Pretty much the full length. So it's 30 foot by 8 feet.
This is a second story. You literally have double the square footage.
Exactly, yeah. So it's like partly for storage. We've got some big storage boxes. Partly just to hang out and sleep under the stars or do some yoga or whatever.
Right. I've never welded before, and you welded this whole entire thing.
Yeah, so
right?
I had a friend that kind of helped kind of plan the project and measured out the work, but he trained me to weld. So I feel confident now in
you
welding.
had your full safety gear, your whole face mask, everything, right?
One mistake I made was I bought some little small kind
goggles.
of small goggles, but you're supposed to have a full face mask. So I did some stints of welding where I would finish and just have a completely burnt face, because it's kind of like a sunburn. Like you get a full welding burn. Anyone that understands welding would be like, you're an idiot.
It's like wearing a mask but having your nose out.
Exactly,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
Really?
I did all of this decking myself as well.
This is awesome.
This took a few solid days of like measuring out and sawing.
Right.
So this is another edition. We've been in a few kind of like cell service dead spots. And this is like this internet booster. Well, it's like a cell service booster, but you basically can pull this up to like 30 feet in the air. And then you point this antennae, you've got an app where you can find the nearest cell tower, and honestly, it gives you it changes from like 1 bar of cell service to like 5 bars.
No way.
And we have like lightning fast internet. So this is a product from WeBoost, and they this honestly, anyone doing RV, van life, like get something like this is amazing. Especially as a creator, you want to be uploading.
Man.
So good. This is my latest welding job. Let's really put it to the test.
Put it to the test and do a little flexing.
Yeah. So this is my exercise on the road. Get a few chin-ups.
There you go. There you go.
This is nice.
Right. The normal way you get up to the top is right here.
Yeah, this is the little ladder we welded on the back.
Right.
And then there's this back kind of basket. I've got diesel just in case we run out, and that's going to be for the diesel heater, which I haven't fitted yet. Gasoline for the generator. I've got a little generator there. And then we've got this little hitch for the bike, so I've got an electric bike. But it's cool, we can like stop off, and then I can just take the bike and shoot off and run little errands, because it's not always convenient to be driving a 50-foot bus.
Never convenient.
Right. So this is where I've just recently upgraded and put in the 125-gallon freshwater tank. So this is where this
125 gallons.
Yeah.
That is absolutely insane.
I feel like this could last us like a good week to 10 days of like 2 showers a day.
Or,
like,
okay, if you lived like us, it would be a month. It would literally be a month. 40 gallons was 2 weeks. So this is an insane amount of water. How do you fill this up? Where's the intake for this?
So there's just a normal hose adapter here. And then we learned the hard way that you're supposed to get a filter when you're filling up your fresh water.
Yeah.
And we didn't do that initially, and then I was like having issues, and I undid one of the things, and there was like full-on pebbles, like actual stones were like stuck in the inlet. And I was like, how?
Straight through the hose.
Yeah, gone straight through the hose. So anyway, we've got a filter now, plug that in. But when we run out of water, it's like, oh my gosh. Like,
it's not livable in the van.
It's hard,
Like running out of electricity on a vehicle is one thing, it's tough, but running out of water, you're just like, I'm in a car now.
Yeah, exactly,
I'm in a hot car.
So this is a good feature.
All right, well, thank y'all for showing us your gorgeous home. So where to next?
We're heading to New Orleans tomorrow, but if you want to check out our channel, it's Raya and Louis on YouTube. We're vlogging our whole journey all the way around the US and down to Costa Rica.
And you can check out our Instagram on @thehappinessbus.
And please check them out. These guys have traveled everywhere. They make us look like amateurs. And they have been doing this forever. They have amazing content. So if you're looking for some new fun stuff to waste your time on and enjoy, get some tips from, or whatever you want, please go check them out. You'll thank yourself for doing it.
All right, we'll see you in the next one. Bye.
See you guys. Bye.